In this video, I'm going to go over some tips on how to get your customers' trust and how to get them to buy from you, and what steps are appropriate to get them to love you and just are willing to even wait for your product to come out. So um, you could use this for product based or service based for your company, so it doesn't really matter. But the whole point of all this is getting their trust. So your clients here on one end, and their goal is on the right side here. I made this little graph for you. And to move them along this graph from step 1 to step 5 and to their goal, you have to get them to trust you. And the way we do this and the way other companies have been doing this is by giving them maybe tips. And one method is to give them like email tips or mail tips and stuff like that, and on your service. So let's pretend your service is, let's say, a gym, and you have a special gym that you want to take them through some steps, and you want to explain to them why your method is better than others. So what you're going to do is you're going to give them an email, maybe on step 1, on how to really focus on your body and what exercises to do and why they're the best and why others aren't so good, and how not to hurt your body and whatnot. So maybe that's step 1. And then you have another tip on maybe health, on eating right and stuff like that, and what they could do by themselves. And then they're just loving you. But these have to be really controversial tips. It can't be tips that they could just find online. It has to be really juicy tips to give them on each step. So I'm just giving you random tips right now, but the juicier the tips and the more controversial the tips are. Controversial meaning, wow, I could lose this many pounds in this many days. Okay, I'm going to read this email, or I'm going to open up this letter. I want to learn more. And the more media you put in it, meaning like the videos and pictures and audio, the more they're going to be more interactive in each of these steps here. So maybe step 1 is a video on how to gain a lot of muscle, how to lose 10 pounds in 5 days, alone without going to the gym. And then step 2 maybe this. But then once you get to step 4 and 5, then you start tying in these your company within that, so they're just loving you. So by the time they get over here in this area, their trust levels, and this is the graph on their trust levels are so high that they're going to just want your service that you provide. And that's pretty much how to get them from where they are now to your goal. And by doing that, you understand what they need and what they want and stuff, and you give them tips based on that in between.